Happy Easter, everyone, and welcome to this week's Future Ready Insights, the podcast where we explore the latest breakthroughs in technology, business strategies, and artificial intelligence. If you just discovered the podcast, please like and subscribe. It really helps me. I'm recording this episode a bit earlier this week, so it's a little bit shorter than usual, but let's dive in. So first up, Google just released a new Gemini model called Gemini 1.5 Flash. And yes, it's all about speed and efficiency, so hence the name. So this one's not trying to beat GPT-4 and ChatGPT's version in any IQ test, but it is designed to run faster and cheaper. So this is great for enterprise applications and high volume use cases. It's the sports car sibling to the luxury SUV that is Gemini Pro. What I like about this model is the focus on making AI much more usable and not just smarter. I've dropped the TechCrunch link in the show notes below if you want to read about the specs. Next up this week, Anthropic, the company behind Claude, they launched a new version of their app specifically for the education sector. Unsurprisingly, it's called Claude for Education. It's designed to help teachers and students with writing, coding, tutoring, and much more. And we're starting to see now more use cases for these different versions of apps that are coming out. If you're not really up to date with all these different versions of large language models from companies like Perplexity, from Google, from OpenAI's ChatGPT, and we're starting to see different use cases, understanding where they can be used in certain contexts rather than just having one model used for everything. But this one for education, it includes features like citation check-in, curriculum alignment, and other really cool features. It could be really big for them, especially as more schools are now looking for ways to use AI without compromising on academic integrity. So if you're interested, do check that link out in the show notes. Next story up, and we've got new versions of ChatGPT. It seems to be every 3 or 4 weeks, everybody seems to release lots of different versions together. So in fact, yesterday, just prior to recording this podcast, OpenAI rolled out updates to its large language model, ChatGPT, including long-term memory for pro users. That means ChatGPT can now remember facts about you, like your name, your writing style, or preferences across different chats. There's not been able to do that before, or so we've been told. It's really crazy to think that your chatbot might know you better than your co-workers at this point, or even your members of your family. You can turn this feature off, but it's an interesting step, and it could make AI much more personalized for you. For those people who've been using ChatGPT an awful lot, I do think there's going to be some fantastic benefits for those users. But for everybody else that might be a bit more dubious about remembering facts, it's always sometimes interesting to ask ChatGPT about yourself, or ask other users to ask them about you and see what interesting results that you might get. All the links to the stories about what I've talked about of the new versions of ChatGPT are in the show notes below. So this age of virtual companions, our next story of the week, and there's reportedly a surge in AI companion apps. And it's really quite interesting because people are starting to develop relationship with large language models. If you're asking it questions every single day, some of the responses coming back do seem quite friendly. So you can kind of see how this might kind of happen where you start to build up relationships. Is that sad? I'm not really too sure, but it's an interesting story. This is the reason why I'm bringing it up this week, because there's a growing debate around the emotional, psychological, and ethical side of everything we just talked about. Is it harmless fun? Is it a fad? Is it going to change the way people form human relationships? I'd love to hear what you think. Please let me know in the comments below. You can email me futurereadyinsights@ducodigital.com. It'd be great to hear what you think about AI companions. Next up, a fantastic story from Google. It's about Willow. It's not a new story, and this one is a couple of months old, but I don't think it really made the headlines because there was a lot of other things going on towards the beginning of the year. But this quantum chip called Willow from Google, it cracked a problem that would have taken other computers about 50 years to do, and it did it in about 5 minutes. So quantum tech like this could be used to design new medicines, batteries, and even speed up AI training itself. It's a glimpse into the future where AI and quantum computer might go hand in hand. And I do think it's coming around a lot quicker than people might think. I remember I've said on this podcast before, about 5 years ago, if I mentioned AI to anybody, they just like shrugged their shoulders and just thought it's just not for them. It's all about robots. And like a few years later, now here we all are using this amazing technology. And I think fast forward maybe another 5 years, and I think we'll start to see the early signs of quantum computing. It's been much famed that we'll have these kind of real small devices, not just in our hands, but on our fingers. And that allows then this technology to be embedded in all sorts of different ways. Definitely things about the glasses that we've seen that have struggled to get kind of mass support from consumers, usually about the price or the way things look. Now, with quantum computing, it's going to be able to power these devices, and they're so small. These chips are so miniature, but so powerful as well. So it'd be amazing to see where this goes in the next few years. Last up, a really great story here. And this one comes from James. So thank you so much, James, for sharing this story. So the UK government are sharing an AI Playbook. It's a guide for how different government departments should responsibly deploy AI. But don't worry about this as for government departments. I've had a look at this, and it's really fantastic. So if you're looking for a bit of free training, or if you're working for a company who wants to know a bit more about AI, this is a really good PDF that you can download, and there's loads of great information and some really good diagrams in here as well. It's got tools, templates, and case studies. It is a bit dry, but it's also a fantastic positive step in bringing clarity to how public sector AI should be done, and also just sharing a bit more information out there for free. So it could be a useful model for other countries to follow, but also just, as I say, it's just great to get some good free content out there that you can actually trust as well. So definitely download that from the links below. If you're working on an AI project, or you have AI news like James that you want to share with us, please email me, futurereadyinsights@dukadigital.com. But that's it for this week's AI Roundup. If you like this episode, please drop me a like or a review wherever you're listening. It really helps me keep this going. And as always, links are in the show notes to all the stories if you want to explore any of them further. Have a great Easter, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you next time.